Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Beehive Week 4 slate. Clap it up, clap it up. We made it another
Woo!
week. There's some more football on.
Oh.
There's some great college football today,
Oh.
too. Just want to throw that out. But we're here to talk about the NFL and give you our thoughts on all the games. So let's just get right into it. Guys, Steelers-Vikings. I guess it's at the Vikings, but it's in Dublin, Ireland, the first international game of the year, if I'm not mistaken. 9:30 game. I might stay asleep, to be honest with you. But, this is going to be a game that is played in the NFL. Carson Wentz is going to be out there most likely. I think McCarthy's still out. Is that correct? Minnesota minus 2.5, 40.5 over under. It's going to be a defensive game. I think I don't got much to say about this game besides start Jordan Mason, Justin Jefferson. I guess if you want to start Addison, you can. And then Jalen Warren.
There's nothing like waking up on a Sunday morning and watching some mid go at it across the pond and watching 900 different jerseys in the stands. I've never really liked these Europe games. They always are a little funkier than Thursdays, I think. So I'd kind of sit every flex option here. I wouldn't start them just because they got a really funky schedule. They got like weird practices. So this isn't your Jalen Warren, your Jordan Addison game if he's back. Sit the starters. Start the starters if you got them. Start them, but don't expect much from the folks in Dublin, Ireland. Vikings are going to take this. Fuck Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I agree with X. This is going to be an easy one for the Vikings. They just clap the Bengals. Unless you think Rodgers is the next coming of Aaron Rodgers. I got the Vikings whooping them. You only start JJ. I don't even want to touch a Steelers player. Nobody.
James Smith.
But Jalen Naylor might go for 200. You don't know.
No Jordan Mason?
Not him.
I think Jordan Mason can have a good time against the Steelers defense. I mean, we've seen the Steelers defense bleed when it comes to the running backs. So Jordan Mason can take advantage of it. One guy I am looking to see if he's going to be able to, show a little bit of what he did last week is Hawkinson. We're going to hope that he does a good job. I think that's the only guy I'd be looking out for. Obviously, you start your guys. I think the Vikings take this. I think they cover the spread easily. They just have a way better defense than the Steelers. And I think Wentz will be fine. Wentz looked good in the first one. We'll see what happens in the second one. It's not like we're going to be starting him anyway. But I think one guy I'm looking at is
waking up. I was gonna say there's nothing like waking up and just seeing some ass first thing in the morning. So,
Carson Wentz, Aaron Rodgers. That's ass to you.
Wow, that's like a 2017 dream matchup.
2017, that's prime time. That's a Monday night game.
Brandon, I want to ask a question. Are you comfortable with Jalen Warren here against the Vikings?
Yeah, you have to start him. He just looks too good. He just looks good at football. You can't sit someone who's playing as good as he is. So
that's the eye test.
Keep him in your lineup. All right. On to the next one. Let's see. This is going to be
the Eagles-Bucks.
Eagles and Bucks, the undefeated team. So the Bucks, it's going to be at the Bucks. Philly is favored by 3.5. The Bucks have won all of their games within like a field goal, if I'm not mistaken. And the Eagles, not much better. They've all just been barely squeaking by their opponents. Start the usuals. You got to start A.J. Brown now. You got to start Saquon Barkley. Maybe Devontae Smith. Not too confident with that one. And then, the big news obviously is the Mike Evans injury. How is Ibuka going to, take over that workload? And it looks like Chris Godwin will be playing. So how does he come back from his injury and kind of just jive in that offense that, Ibuka kind of has been taking over since he's been gone? I think Bucky's going to have a good day. I think you just start all the good players. You start all the players that you drafted relatively high, and then if you have to, you can plug Godwin in. and just see what he does. I mean, he was the number 1 wide receiver before he went out last year, so this is going to be a good one. I want to see how Godwin comes back and goes against these pretty tough Eagles defense.
I think what we've seen all season is the Eagles really bring down every team they play against. So I would, other than the Rams last week, they were seemed to be the outliers, but I would just temper your expectations for Bucs players, and that includes Chris Godwin. If you're gonna fire him up coming off an injury, playing the Eagles, if you have another flex option, I'd rather take that there. But you kind of just have to duke it out between Mike and Ibuka to see who's really gonna come out as the top dog on here. I think the Eagles are gonna take this because they got devil magic, and they find some way to win every week. But it's going to be ugly, I think.
Yeah, I mean, piggybacking off what Ed said, like, I agree 100% with everything you just said. I mean, the Eagles are the clearly better team. They're healthy right now. I don't think they have a single injury this year. Knock on wood.
You cooked Jalen Hurts, bro.
Jalen Hurts out for the season.
Yeah. The Bucs are just too hurt right now. Like, they're relying on a rookie and a player who just missed majority of last year. Or not last year, the whole offseason. I'm sorry. So I don't know. I'm taking the Eagles here, and if you need to start Bucs players, you need to start Ibuka, you need to start Bucky, but yeah, if anything, find another option for flex for Godwin.
Yeah, honestly, I agree with both of you guys say. Godwin's coming off of, was it 2 surgeries this offseason? And yeah, he got the big contract and you expect a lot out of him. But if the Buccaneers are going to be investing that much money and time into Godwin, I don't think they're just going to throw him in here or throw him into a game against the Eagles and just give him so much of a workload. So I agree with both of you guys. The Eagles do have their way on defense to slow down the opposing offense. And, you're going to see a lot of just slow play when it comes to the Buccaneers. Baker might not be the dog that we would want him to be, or the dog that he has been for the last couple of weeks. So yeah, you still start your guys. One person I'm looking at though is Cade Otton. Yeah, he had 0 targets last week, but it's not like tight ends don't get 0 targets every other week. This could be a guy that you can probably do a little 1 week play at tight end if you're looking for some help at tight end.
I don't know. Colston Loveland looked pretty horrible for 3 weeks, bro. And then he got hurt. He got 1 target, got hurt. So over under on tush pushes. I think it's gonna be like 12.
12 tush pushes.
Over. Yeah, I don't think I ever picked anyone, but I think the Bucs cover the spread, but I think Philly wins.
Oh, yeah.
On to the next one. Browns at Lions.
Banger.
This game is just always interesting. It seems like the Browns just always play up to the Lions. There's sometimes when the Lions just fucking take it. But the Browns defense clearly is very, very good. They just shut down Jordan Love and that, top 3 offense that everyone thought Green Bay was going to have this year, and won the game. They got turnovers. They made them look shaky. They made them look scared. And then the Lions, they just came off of a big win too. So, these are 2 teams that are just kind of rolling right now. Browns maybe found their identity. They're just a defensive team who's going to let Joe Flacco manage it and let Quinshawn run the ball. It's going to be an interesting one. I think the Browns cover this one too, but the Lions should win this game. I think it's going to be within a touchdown. And start your guys. Start Quinshawn. Start Monroe. Start the whole Lions offense. And then on the Brown side, you start Quinshawn. Maybe. You start Harold Fannin. Maybe Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, this is the game where we see Quinshawn and see if that was a fluke week or if that was for real. I would be wary about Harold Fannin. I don't know. I feel like he's kind of was really heavily favored target in the first 2 weeks, and it seems that his desirability on this Browns offense kind of has dropped a bit. I know Njoku is trying to get a little bit more involvement, and now we got Quinshawn. We got a little bit more reliable run game. So I wouldn't, I just temper expectations for Harold Fannin unless he breaks out a big one. But I think the Browns have a good chance here. The Lions kind of have been winning by just throwing a million points up there against teams with mediocre defense, but we'll see how they deal with Myles Garrett, who's just playing out of his mind this year. I have the Browns to upset here. I think they cover the spread easily, and I think they're going to take the win, actually.
Yeah, I think the Browns will take
like
that spread 100%. They could really take the win because, like X said, yeah, the Lions right now are just putting up 40 points a game, but they haven't faced the Browns. I know the Browns secondary is a little shaky this season, but that defensive front, I mean, Myles Garrett already said, like, they've never seen a front like ours yet. I'm excited to see this game. I'm not really starting anybody on the Browns other than Sean Judkins, and even that's kind of like, you really need to put him in because everyone drafted him around 10, 12. And do you really need to use him this week? I don't know, but if you need to, then sure. Lions players are going to fire up everybody, no doubt. Monty, Gibbs, Amon-Ra. Do we start Jameson Williams this week? I don't know.
I think if you have a better flex option, I would. If you want to take a shot on a Matthew Golden or a Khalil Shakir, I'd rather take those guys over Jameson Williams this week.
I think the thing with Jameson Williams is he's like a deep threat, and with Myles Garrett rushing you every single play, and that defensive line, they're not going to have time for him to get 50 yards down the field for the plays that he, that you put him in your lineup for. So I'd go another direction.
Yeah, Jalen Waddle.
Just a different direction at that point. I think that the Browns do cover this spread. One thing I want to bring up, the trade that happened in the draft for the Jaguars to go up and get Travis Hunter involved the Browns, and the Browns went to go select Mason Graham, and Mason Graham is part of that defensive line that is so dominant right now with Myles Garrett. Who's winning that trade right now? Is it Jaguars or is it
It's
Browns?
week 3. It's week
Who's
3.
winning that trade?
It's week 3.
Just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there. But yeah, no, I do think the Lions. I do think the Browns can cover. I think the Lions are going to win this game. I think it's outright. Lions win this game. But yeah, you start your guys. One thing I do want to say, other than I do agree with you guys, is Harold Fannin last week did have a big play, but it got called back. I wouldn't be scared to run him out there in a lineup.
Fair.
All right. So upset alert for this game.
Upset alert.
Yeah, let's see what Myles Garrett's all about. I mean, that guy just looks like the best player in the past 5 years on defense.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right. And then you're right. So Chargers, Giants, you got Jackson Dart coming in. Russell Wilson just needs to retire. Like they said, he's playing himself out of the Hall of Fame right now. Start the Chargers offense. Amari and Hampton to continue what he did last week. Might not be as good, but he's due for another good game. Giants side, you got to start Malik Neighbors. You got to start Scatabo. I really like Scatabo for the rest of the season as long as Tracy isn't stealing touches. Yep. Chargers cover that 6.5. Dart's first start. It's not going to be a very good one, I don't think. And I'm taking the over. I think it's going to be pretty high scoring, but not a game that should be surprising in my opinion.
This is probably not gonna be a very fun game to watch. The Chargers are gonna handle the Giants easily. I don't think Jackson Dart is going to make that big of a difference for this offense, at least not in terms of production. He'll probably get the ball to Malik a little bit more than Russ would, but I don't think he's gonna be putting up 400 yards. But the Chargers defense isn't that great either. So I mean, we could see some pretty exciting plays. I do have a honey pot pick for my honey pot parlay of the week.
Whoa.
It's a revenge game for recently unemployed Young Wei Koo. I'm taking his demon over 1.5 field goals.
He's about to show the Falcons who just lost 30-0 how they messed up. Mm-hmm. They would have at least had 3.
Parker Romo took that job and said, "Don't worry."
I love that. That's an awesome play.
Watch. Yeah, over
1.5 field goals made.
Yes, super lock. I think. Even if it's Chargers take the gas off.
You guys are gonna hate mine.
Take the foot off the gas towards the end. They just get a couple chip shots.
I'm just gonna come in real quick. Sorry, Seb, I have to stop you right there. I also have a honey pot pick of the week here in this game.
Holy no! I'll be watching this game then.
Half the stock is in the Giants.
We saw the target share that Cam Scadaboo got last week. I think that this is going to be a tough game for Jackson Dart. He's going to have to find a safety blanket. I think Cam Scadaboo is going to be that guy. Last week, he got 6 receptions against the Kansas City Chiefs, and his demon is 3.5 receptions. He at least gets 4 receptions against the Chargers. That's my honey pot pick of the week. 3.5 receptions for Cam Scadaboo.
That's pretty good. I think he's like a rookie. You know,
Alvin
those
Kamara
lines are
2.0.
those lines are a little shaky whenever like you don't really know how he's gonna play. That's good. All right.
I think you're gonna hate my honey pot when we get to it.
Oh shit.
I'm excited. But yeah, Chargers.
Anyone else got anything on this game, or should we move on to the next one?
Anything?
Not really. I mean,
who you guys got?
Chargers offense.
All right.
Yeah.
All right then. Let's move ahead.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my
another
God.
nasty game. Saints at Bills. Buffalo minus 15.5. I think that's the biggest spread of the year. 47.5 over under. Start James Cook and then just walk away from your phone. You know, it's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be bad. I think honestly, I think the Saints will cover. I think it's going to be something like a backdoor cover where at the end they score 2 touchdowns in the last 10 minutes of the game off of Juwan Johnson and Chris Olave bombs or something like that. You know, it could be Rashid Shaheed or I don't know. Maybe we'll see Michael Thomas get out there and catch a ball. So I think the Saints cover. Bills win. Saints drop to 0-4, and Bills are undefeated.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the Bills go toe-to-toe with the Dolphins last week. I think the Saints can cover this spread pretty easily. And it's not, I don't know, like, the Bills don't have a great defense, but their offense is just very good. So I don't think it's like a situation where the Saints don't score. I think it's just the Bills put up so many points. But, yeah, the Saints are going to cover the spread. Juwan Johnson, I think, is probably the only Saints guy I'm really hype about firing up. Him and Spencer Rattler have a very nice relationship. Other than that, I will not be watching this game. Sorry to everyone that has to.
Yeah, I probably won't wake up until 3 p.m. on Sunday. Really, I don't have to player up until.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm gonna force myself to sleep till 3, bro.
Damn.
I'm not getting bed. Yeah, this year, I mean, if we love to see points being scored, if you got a Bills player, you got a Saints player, I think you'll be pretty happy this game. But I mean, yeah, Saints are going to cover the spread. Bills are going to win this game. I will watch some of it.
I do have a question here, guys. 4 receptions, 48 yards, and a touchdown gets you 14.8 fantasy points. Do y'all think that's good? Yes or no?
Depends if this person's your wide receiver 2, your flex.
I mean, you said a touchdown though. How consistent is that going to be?
Okay, well, let me reach out the next
you
one.
get 8.8 points.
4 receptions for 37 yards. No touchdown, 7.7 fantasy points per game. Or fantasy points.
That's a tight end. I'll be okay with it.
Okay, 5 receptions, 66 yards, and a touchdown, 17.6 fantasy points.
That's a good one. That's good. That's a nice productive.
Y'all cool with that, right?
Yeah.
If I told you that was Dalton Kincaid, would that change anything? Is this guy going to come and break out? Is that going to be a top 5? Is that going to be a top 5 tight end this year? Is that going to be a top 5 tight end this year?
I've been down on Dalton Kincaid all year. I think it's just fluke games where you play the Dolphins, you're playing the Saints. When the game gets tough,
what about the Ravens? What about the Ravens?
That game was crazy.
Well, that was just the highest scoring game. You had to keep up with Lamar Jackson.
They don't have a good defense either.
Like 3 tight ends scored in that game.
I'm just saying
that is true.
I'm just saying it's someone you need to look at. I think if this continues, this is something you need to look at.
If you're a George Kittle owner, look at Kincaid.
It's because the Bills are the only team that has 3 like reliable tight ends that they throw to. It's not even like they got rotation dudes. It's 3 tight ends that might catch the ball, and I'm just afraid of that target share. Like one of them, some week it's going to be the other dude, you know, or like I don't know. I'm worried about that.
I will say I'm taking like Harold Fanning over him. I'm taking fucking Jake Ferguson. I'm taking
for sure.
Yeah.
I'm probably taking the upside of TJ Hawkinson over him still, even though Hawk's been inconsistent. You know?
That's easy. That's easy. But it comes down to the other guys we have to talk about. Like when it comes to tight ends, like are you gonna put them? Like would you rather start Kincaid over? I don't know.
I'm starting Juwan Johnson first.
That's like top 5. That's like a top 5 tight end.
Bro, this guy's like, would you rather start Dalton Kincaid like a top or a second round draft pick, or would you start Jason Witten? You win, but Kincaid doesn't move me. That's all I'm saying.
He doesn't move me either. I think we need to see some more. I think it's just a perfect circumstance for this. Go sell high. Sell high.
I mean, look,
if you haven't.
Look at these. Oh my God, that's rude.
-1.5.
Boring ag game coming up. Commanders Falcons. Commanders are 2-1 by purely off of schedule. Falcons are 1-2. I think Penix is going to start again.
Yeah, he
start up everyone. Honestly, this is it. I think the Falcons come out and win this game. I think both teams go to 2-2. So Falcons are going to cover that spread there. Just start everyone. Just start everyone that you want. Bijan, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Washington side. Debo might have a good game. I think just with all the injuries to the team right now. But sit JCN, that guy's injured and not as good as everyone thought he was.
Merit. He is not that guy. I think the Commanders are going to take this. The Falcons have looked really butt booty. I'm really interested in Marcus Mariota here. I think if you got like a bottom 15, bottom 12. No, I say if you got like half of the worst quarterbacks as your starter, I would go ahead and just go grab Marcus Mariota and start him. I think he looked really good last week, running the ball, and I don't expect that to stop. So Marcus Mariota, a sleeper QB pick if you need him.
Mariota or Stafford?
Marcus Mariota. Stafford's not going to run 45 yards.
Mariota or Wentz?
Marcus Mariota. Wentz isn't running 45 yards.
Mariota or Rodgers?
Mariota, bro. Aaron Rodgers is not running 45 yards.
Mariota or Geno?
Mariota, bro.
Wow.
Geno's not getting touchdowns. He's getting yards, but he's not getting touchdowns. If you're in a fucking PPY league,
those 3 touchdowns he had last week were just coincidence.
Mariota gets 1 rushing tutty, and now he's
he throws for 19 passes. He throws 19 passes.
I'm just saying, you know how Geno plays, bro. This next week he's going to be 12 for 36 with 1 tud and 4 interceptions.
Oh, bro, I'm starting him out of the league, man.
Look at Marcus Mariota.
Don't
go
do
get
that.
Mariota
He's
instead.
telling you right now.
Raiders and Bears are actually a super high-scoring game.
Go get Mariota instead.
That's gonna be a fun game. I also think that's gonna be a fun game too. I think you start your guys, and that's about it.
Yeah. Let's go.
A poopy.
Fucking game sucks.
Someone took a big old doo-doo at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Got the Panthers and Patriots both 1-2. And you know what? Bryce Young's going to come out and he's going to show up Drake May. I'm not giving up yet. He just fucking 30-0'd the sorry-ass Falcons last week. He's going to win this game 27-24. And Ted McMillan's going to get a touchdown. Hunter Henry,
let's
keep it going.
Let's get a Ted this week.
And the one thing to watch, this is where Travion Henderson wins the job. He's going to come out here, rush for like 60 yards, maybe catch the ball for like 20 to 30 yards, maybe get an end zone because Mondre and Gibson
the boys can't hold the ball. They can't hold the ball.
Give the young buck his chance against the Panthers. Let him run. It's going to be 15 fantasy points for Henderson this week.
Yeah, I think the Panthers are going to take this pretty good because they actually have an offense that looks like it has an identity, and the Patriots are just hiking the ball and then seeing who's open. It seems like they have no scheme, no identity as who they want to be. If Bryce Young doesn't have a good game this week, I think we have to start to worry. But Ted McMillan, go get your tud this week, and Ramondre, ride some pine for a little bit, buddy. Hold a football in your arms real tight.
I disagree. I think the Patriots take this game, and I mean, the only thing going wrong with the Patriots is Ramondre wants to fumble. Gibson wants to fumble. Like, they fumbled 3 times last week. Ramondre fumbled at the 1-yard line. Like, just Stephon Diggs is slowly getting ramped up after that ACL. Christian Gonzalez is back finally. I don't know
I'm that baby.
how that feels for Tet. I don't know how we feel about that. This might be a tough game for the Panthers. I mean, I'm starting the Patriots defense in fantasy everywhere if I can. I don't know. I think the Patriots take this game. I think the Panthers could cover that 5.5 spread. Maybe like by a field goal they win by. But I'm taking the Patriots here.
Yeah, I agree with Sebs. I do think that the Panthers can cover this. I think the Patriots win it. It's just turnovers. That's what it is. If that's their identity, then okay, cool. But no, it's just turnovers right now. The Patriots have just a better all around team. The one thing that does scare me is just the Panthers secondary is just it's really good. You know what I mean? So yeah, it can shut down Drake May, but I mean, I feel like they're better than that. I feel like they're better than just chucking it to the best part of the defense. So yeah, I do think the Patriots do take this. We'll see what happens when it comes to the running back room. I mean, I don't have any shares in there anyway, so it doesn't matter. But
yeah,
I just don't. I can't see Mike Vrabel just giving up on his old guys. He's never been the kind of guy that just is. He's too conservative when it comes to like his guys. So maybe just a couple more weeks when it comes to Travion. That doesn't mean he's not going to do nothing. I would just keep on holding on to him. If it's going to be a bad game, if it's a bad game for him, then you still hold on to him regardless.
Well, I guess one other thing is Drake May just looks bad this year. I mean, he's just not necessarily bad. He just looks like
he doesn't look that great.
Just plug him in. I mean, he's not special. Is what it's looking like. It doesn't look like he can carry a team to a win because it's not a bad offense that he has.
Yeah,
it's just, and they're still not scoring very much. I'm sure it's turnovers, but
oh
my God, what is going on? Dude?
Oh, buddy.
All 3 times on 3 Texans. Houston favored by 7.5. Whatever. Okay. Texans will win. I said that last week. I don't know. Someone's going to win this game. I think.
That's true. Someone will have to win this game.
Both offenses just look bad. The defenses looked okay. I don't know. The Titans' defense honestly hasn't been too bad. Hasn't been the best. Someone's going to win. Start Nico Collins. And yeah, pray.
Yeah, man. I think if the Texans lose, they gotta blow the whole team up, man. Blow the whole city up too. They should win this game, but
take the Astros with them.
They should have won the last 3 actually. But this defense is a little bit too much for Cam Ward. I know I've been singing his praises recently, but when he plays against a tough defense, he doesn't really put on that hard, and it's really up to the Texans to just score some points. But with Devondre Sweat, being an actually good defensive lineman, it might be really hard for CJ Stroud to have over 1 second of time in the pocket. So I don't think they cover the spread, but I think they do win. And I would not start anybody on the Titans at all.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Texans take this game. I think they do cover that spread, but it might be a 10-0 game, honestly. Shit. I don't know what the score of this game's going to be. You're starting Nico Collins, and that's it in this whole matchup. I don't think you're even – I guess if you're Alec, you're looking at CJ Stroud for some reason this week.
Yeah.
But I'm not touching anybody other than Nico in this matchup. And I'm probably not watching this game either.
No. If anything, if you got some Woody Mark stock, this might be a nice game to see how they use him. I know Nick Chubb has been kind of losing some snaps to Woody. So if you got Woody, you might be in for a new RB1.
Yep. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I mean, I disagree with all you guys. You guys says there's gonna be a winner in this game. I don't think there's gonna even be a winner. I think this might be a tie. Honestly, this might be a 10-10 tie, like a
10-10 tie,
13-13 tie. Honestly, this might just be really, might be 0-0 for all I know.
Could be.
I'm starting Nico in a couple of my leagues, and I'm not happy about it. I'm really not, but you have to. But if for any reason you don't have to, don't.
But if you have DJ Moore,
Yeah, maybe you got like a Puka, Nico, Egbuka type situation.
If you
going
have
on.
like a Dontavian Wicks on the waiver, man, might as well throw it.
No.
Yeah, it's not crazy to say that at all.
Crazy to say.
Colts Rams 3-0 Colts under Danny Dimes face the Rams who are 2-1 and should be 3-0. They just got blocked at the last second against the Eagles last week. Blocked twice if I'm not mistaken. So Rams are a 3.5-point favorite, a 50.5 over under. I think I'm taking the under on that game. I think it's going to be a lot more defensive than people will think. Both offenses look good, but I think Rams are not going to let Jonathan Taylor run away how he has been against other teams, and that's going to force Danny Dimes to do his magic. So I like the Rams in this game. I like them to cover, and I think you could start everyone. Puka, Devontae Adams if he plays. Kyron Williams, all those guys. Just get them going.
Yeah, man. I think the Colts are going to win this one. I just love Danny Dimes. He just looks electric. Somehow he's revived the career of Michael Pittman. Jonathan Taylor looks like MVP rushing leader Jonathan Taylor. And Tyler Warren looks like Brock Bowers. So this offense is just way too much for the Rams, who are getting by with Devontae Adams touchdown a game and a couple Kyron Williams carries. But I think this is a game that you can start watching Kyron and see how that split goes. Blake Corum has been getting slowly a little bit more touches on that offense. So if you're somebody who just lost James Conner, watch out for Corum. He might be your new starter, which is sad to say because that's not very good. But you're reaching for straws here. I think the Colts are going to run away with this one.
I do agree. I think the Colts win this game. I don't agree that Corum's taking this job from Kyron. He had that week 2, I think it was week 2 or week 3. No, week 2 tutty. Everyone's like, oh, shit, he got a touchdown over Kyron. And then his usage dropped so much last week. Like, Kyron had 20-some touches. He scored a touchdown. He's getting targets now in the back. Like, not worried. But as far as, like, the players I'm saying, I mean, you're starting Adams, you're starting Kyron, you're starting – I think you can start Stafford in this game. If you really need to have, like, a flyer quarterback – I wouldn't mind starting Stafford, especially if you have a little stack with Adams or Puka. But I don't know, the Colts, man. If I've been watching a little bit of the film, like Daniel Jones looks good in that pocket. Like he is avoiding tackles. Like he's just like boom, boom, boom. He's looking like a Dak in that pregame. Really good in that pocket, man. I don't like that Alec Pierce is not playing this week because he's a big play guy. He's always getting 50-yard bombs from Daniel Jones. But I think Pittman's going to have to step up and have a really, really good game. I mean, this could be a high target game for Pittman. 10, 12 targets might be a little crazy, but I think it's capable. I think JT's going to keep running all over teams. I mean, the coaches look good. I don't know if they I don't know, man. This is going to be a fun game to watch. And I think the Colts at the very least cover that spread. Maybe a field goal game, if anything.
Yeah, this game is going to be really fun to watch. It's going to answer a couple questions. Colts, are they legit? Rams defense, are they legit? I want to agree with Sebs. I think Stafford is a good play at quarterback this week. I think you can see him go for 3, maybe even 4 touchdowns if we're being honest about it. He just has a really good weapons around him, man. I mean, when it comes to the Colts, I mean, you start your guys. You start Jonathan Taylor, Danny Dimes, Tyler Warren, Pittman. I mean, Pittman might be a smash player this week for all we know. So, yeah, this is going to be a really fun game. I have the Rams taking it, and I also have the Rams covering too.
All right, split decisions. It'll be interesting. Good line there. All right, Jags, Niners. How are the Jags 2-1? How are the Niners 3-0? Man, 2 bad teams just scraping by. I think Trevor Lawrence experiment's dead. It's just time to you can't extend the guy if you want to let him play out his contract, draft someone else. It's over, dude. Like this guy was good in college. He's not good in the NFL. That's it's as black and white as that. BTJ.
This is the game.
Yeah. Maybe he has his Marvin Harrison moment and gets a touchdown and starts crying on the field. But you can't sit him. He's still getting his targets. It's just not leading to anything.
Those glasses
you just have to start him. And then CMC, my baby CMC. What? I just can't say enough things about him. Niners will win this game. No, actually, Jaguars are going to win this game. Give Niners their first loss. No Nick Bosa. I think Trevor Lawrence is just going to have too much time in BTJ. He's got too many weapons. I think the Jaguars are going to win this game.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Jaguars are going to take this, not because the 49ers aren't capable, but because the Jaguars are just healthier. And the 49ers lost a lot of pieces on defense. Mac Jones was kind of looking a little gingerly last week. Will BTJ catch the balls that he's getting thrown today? I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully. I know BTJ hopes to. I know Liam Cohen hopes to. But other than that, I don't think this is really going to be like a interesting game fantasy-wise. I think you start BTJ because you have to. Ricky Pearsall, obviously. I think you kind of watch to see if Jawan Jennings is finally a start here. But yeah, I think the Jaguars are going to take this, and it should be a pretty fun game. That over/under looks a little crazy. I think I would take the under on that. But yeah.
But yeah, I think it's going to be a really fun game to watch. Brock Purdy, I think, is playing this week. I think they're just saying
he's back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. W Brock.
Game time decision. Last 3 weeks. I don't know, man. I really like this game. I think it's gonna be a fun game. I think Brian Thomas, I pray to God he's catching the ball this time. It's not a usage issue. Like, he's getting targets, he's getting thrown the ball. He's just not catching them. Like, that's something a receiver. Like, come on, let's be real. He's only 22 years old. Let's go. He's catching balls this week. I think it's gonna be a really fun game. I'm starting BTJ. I think if you really need to, you could throw in one of those other Jag receivers. I'm not sure about Travis Hunter because I know he's playing a lot of defense now.
He's playing more defense now. He's playing way more defense now.
Lose somebody at corner? Like, why is he playing so much defense now?
And then they did lose somebody at corner, so he's playing more defense, and they're just throwing him in on a couple of plays on offense. Last week was really bad mix. He got one catch. I think
he
had
passed like 35 yards all year, like in a game.
Maybe the first week he did because he played more offense, but these last 3 weeks he's been more defense. And then last week he had one target, one catch for like 20-some yards.
Yeah. Well,
is he droppable yet? Is Travis Hunter droppable?
I wouldn't drop him, but
I just wouldn't start him.
Yeah, he's got to keep on your bench.
I feel the same way.
Yeah,
obviously, I have him.
I mean, Brian Thomas Jr., I think it's all in his head. I think that's what it's coming down to. It's just a bunch of narratives and this whole Shane Waldron thing. Like, it's stupid. Brian Thomas is going to be fine. He's talented. I think he's going to be great. If Jawan Jennings isn't playing, a flyer. Demarcus Robinson. I mean, this guy was not hurt. He was just suspended. So he's healthy. He's a wide receiver that's capable of making big plays. And I mean, this is a 49ers offense that is relying a lot on CMC, no Kittle, Pearsall, who seems to get hurt every other play. And this could be a guy that you can maybe spot start if you're in a deep league, or just keep on your bench and see if he's a stash. But yeah, no, you play your guys. You do what you got to do in this game. I think it's going to be a fun one. I think it goes under. I think the Niners take it, though.
Right. When does Ayuk come back? Does anyone know? He's still a while away, right?
I think they said recently that it was like going to be a while. I mean, he might come back like week 12, week 13, for all we know. I think originally it was supposed to be week 8 or 9, but it might be a lot further than that.
You see, it's things like this that pisses me off. The Niners and the Jags are 5-1, and then the Ravens and Chiefs are 2-4 combined records. It's like,
one of
what
these
are we
teams is
doing
going to be
here,
1-3.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a fake one.
Exactly.
It's a fake
Both these
1-3,
teams were like
in
in
my
their
opinion.
championship games last year, like close to the championship games last year. I mean, 2 MVP quarterbacks, good defenses, great players on the offense. Like, God, that really grinds my gears. But Ravens and Chiefs, Baltimore is a 2.5-point favorite at the Chiefs, and I'm not mad at it at all. I mean, the Chiefs don't have an identity this year. It's not like Mahomes is just running around, throwing to Kelsey, throwing to Tyreek Hill, long bombs. They've got a clear wide receiver one on that team. Pacheco sucks. I can't say it enough. And
Guy's
I mean,
not
the
running
Chiefs'
hard.
defense is good,
Mm-hmm.
but I think the Ravens' offense is better. I think the Ravens are going to win this game. They'll probably clear the 2.5. I don't know. Chiefs' dark magic just scares me, but
They do have dark
I think the
magic.
Ravens are a better team on both sides of the ball right now. And maybe Chiefs' defense is better, but Ravens just have a way better offense. I like the Ravens in this game.
I also like the Ravens. I also like Zay Flowers. I also like Lamar Jackson. I also don't like Mark Andrews. I don't think that was real. I think that was a fake last game. Mark Andrews, that was his Make-A-Wish game. That's when you throw, you take your dog out to have a really nice day before you put him down. Isaiah Likely is coming
Feed him
back.
steak and shit.
Yeah, Isaiah Likely is coming back, and Mark Andrews is in some deep trouble. Ravens have been needing a guy to spread the field out in that short zone that Mark Andrews just can't do. He's not fast enough, but Isaiah Likely can, and I think he will, especially with the Ravens struggling here. I'm pretty sure they're going to be looking for other options on offense other than Lamar, 60-yard scrambles, and Derrick Henry, big runs, which he has not had since week 1. Am I right? Or did he have another big one?
He had one last week, but then after that, he
fumbled.
Then after that, they just shut him down. Yeah,
3 straight fumbles, 3 straight games. I don't know. I mean, I feel like the Ravens are going to get a little desperate here, but I think they win. It's going to be a close game. Obviously, it's the Chiefs. It's at the Chiefs, and they have their devil magic extra strong at home. So I'm going to be strapped in, hyped for this game. Hopefully, everyone stays healthy, and it'll be a slugfest.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really fun game. I wish I had some players playing, but I do not. If you're on the Chiefs side, you're gonna fire up Kelsey, fire up Mahomes, fire up
Hollywood
Chiefs receivers. No.
Hollywood.
Is Thornton a play?
Tyquan Thornton a must play?
Is he a play?
If it's anything like the Bills game,
in
I
a
think
flex,
so.
if you need to flex him, you could flex him. I think.
Yeah, I get.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
Waivers actually. But I mean, if you're the Ravens, you're starting Derrick Henry. I think. Can you start Bateman this game? You think? Or you not?
Would you rather start Bateman or Thornton?
Thornton.
Do the Ravens trade for Odell Beckham Jr.?
I think they're the same player.
But I think Thornton's gonna get a lot more targets than Bateman would.
Do you start D-Hop?
He looked good.
Last week.
Revenge game? D-Hop revenge game?
He looked good last week.
Could be.
Yeah,
he said he always had it. He just never had the opportunity.
Could be.
I do think the Ravens take this game. I think they cover the spread. Should be a really fun game. I don't. Sure, call it a Make-A-Wish game from Mark Andrews. Call it what you want. But I don't see him necessarily taking a crazy step back. I mean, yeah, he looked bad those first 3 weeks. I don't think Likely pushes the needle that much more. They needed that last year, and Isaiah Likely was there last year. And look what ended up happening to Mark Andrews. Touchdown after touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. And now Zay Flowers looks better. And now Rashad Bateman looks better. I don't think Likely doesn't push that needle for me, in my opinion. So I would still be comfortable having Andrews because he's going to get red zone targets. And that's what you want out of a tight end. If you could get a touchdown a week from a tight end, that's awesome. Mark Andrews is one of those guys that can do that for you.
All right, guys. Game of the week peeking at the bottom of the screen here.
Oh my goodness!
Which one?
Mr. McCarthy.
Looks toasted.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Before we get there, we got the Bears and Raiders.
Game of the week.
All right, guys. Honestly, Caleb and Gino might combine for 600 yards each. Or not combine for. I mean, they're going to throw for 600 yards each. I think you start everyone. I mean, both these defenses just look bad. I think this is where Genty gets it going, though. That's going to be my hot take. I think Genty gets it going this game. He's going to get 80 yards and a touchdown.
I like that.
He's too talented. The Bears defense didn't look that good. They looked great against the fucking Cowboys who, couldn't stop. Javonte still ran on him. I think Genty could do the same thing. Give me Give me the Bears to cover. I just like Ben Johnson.
I like the Raiders. I love Geno, and I think he's gonna have a big game. He should, but you know how Geno is. So he can either throw for 400 with 3 tuds, or he's gonna have 150 and 3 interceptions. But I think they're just too much for the Bears, who are still trying to figure it out. Caleb Williams looks good, so I expect him to have a good game, as he always seems to have been having. And I agree with the Genty. I think he breaks out here. I hope you were buying low on him these past couple weeks. People in our league were really stingy with Genty, so kind of hard to get him off. Yeah, really hard to. This guy's looking for Buka Nakua. Yeah, fire up your Jacoby Myers. I think you say you fire up Jacoby. Fire up Jacoby.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Brock.
I like
that. We're waiting on Brock to drop 30-point game, but he just hasn't yet. Hopefully that comes. This would be fun. The Raiders take it though.
Yeah, I mean for this game, I got the Bears taking it. I think you can start anybody really. I'm starting Brock. I'm starting Myers. I'm starting Trey Tucker, Genty, Geno.
Trey Tucker.
I really
Trey Tucker.
I mean, he had 9, 10 targets last week. Even if he doesn't get that many targets, like he just needs really like 3 opportunities to get a big one. Really, I mean, he got 2 big ones last week. As far as the Bears go, they're starting Caleb Williams. I don't know how I feel about Swift this week. I don't know about Swift. That one, I don't know. I guess you have to start. Everyone drafted him as an RB2.
I don't know about Swift all year.
No, but he was drafted as an RB2 for majority of leagues. My honey pot pick of the week is in this game.
Whoa!
They're not gonna like it.
I might. Let's hear it.
Right now, he's on. Everyone's saying he's gonna get traded. He's gonna get traded. No. He might.
DJ Moore.
But he's gonna have 5 receptions this weekend. He's been sitting around 3 to 4 receptions every game, but he's getting his 5 this week. Odunze, he's still the guy right now. Unfortunately, he's getting 9, 10 targets, but Odunze's not doing that. He had 3 catches for 37 yards last week with a tutty. Like DJ Moore had more yards than him, more catches than him. He's just not getting, and he had the tutty. Shit, I just forgot about that too. I think DJ Moore's gonna get. No, I know he's gonna get 5 receptions, and that's my honey pot pick of the week.
That's a demon.
It's a demon.
That's a demon.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
That's a good demon.
I like that. I'll take that.
Yeah. I'm on the Bears side of this thing. I think the Bears have just a better team overall. They also are forcing the turnovers, and I think Geno is one of those guys that will be comfortable with throwing a pick, maybe even 2. So I think the Bears will have more opportunities. You start up your guys. I want to ask Trey Tucker or Tyquan Thornton?
Trey Tucker.
Okay. All right. I want to see where you guys are at. Just gauging it. And I also agree that Genty, this will probably be the week. And if it's not the week, if for some reason it's not the week, I'm giving the house for Genty. It's going to happen. He's too talented.
Yeah, I agree. I think
it's like that crazy stat where it's like he has 101% of his yards after contact. That's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you need to get Genty. Trying to get Genty. Stingy folks.
I have him in my other league, so I hope it's just. Oh my God! All right, all right. Let's get to it, boys. Packers and Cowboys.
Night.
At the Cowboys, Packers 2-1, Cowboys 1-2. Packers just came off of a bad loss, you can say, but then Cowboys came off of a terrible loss. So it's the Micah Parsons revenge game. How are the Cowboys going to handle that? I think that the way they're going to handle it is. I think the Cowboys are going to handle him pretty good. I think that Micah might get there once, but they've practiced against him for the past 4 years. So this actually leads me to my honey pot pick of the week.
Shit.
Wow.
Everyone is saying, Cowboys are going to get blown out. Packers are just a way better team, blah, blah, blah. If the Cowboys have a chance of winning, is it going to be because Javonte Williams rushes for 3 touchdowns? No. Dak Prescott over 1.5 passing touchdowns is my honey pot pick of the week. I think he's just going to be smart. I can see one going to Jake Ferguson. I can see one going to Kevontae Turpin or Pickens. A dump off to Javonte. It's just, I think the Cowboys will score in this game. Packers have a great defense. I love Dakota. I think he's a good quarterback. I think he's a great quarterback.
Hold up.
Okay, let's not bring up last week.
Sadly,
it's not bring up last week.
Yeah, sadly, the Cowboys will lose this game, and Green Bay's probably going to cover.
I'm sorry, I'm not as confident as the Cowboys you are. I think Mike is gonna run all over this fucking line. He might get to Dak 3 times. But there is some Jake Ferguson. Obviously, that guy had like 13 targets last week. I'm pretty sure that's gonna persist, especially with George Pickens, brick for hands, causing interceptions. Interesting to see how they use Javonte. I know he didn't have like the greatest game you would think after losing your number one receiver. But this is the big game everyone's talking about. Matthew Golden, fire him up. He's going to have a huge one against this Swiss cheese defense on the Cowboys. And I agree. I think you could also start Romeo Doubs. He's been looking really good for Green Bay, and Jordan Love seems to really like throwing to him. So I'm sorry. Those are my like must starts, I think, if you have them.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Packers are unfortunately going to have their way with the Cowboys. I mean, I just don't trust this Cowboys offense, man. With no CD, like that's their offense, man. Like Javonte, yeah, he's good at running the ball. He can do his thing. But will Pickens being your wide receiver 1, and then your next up is Turpin or what is it, Tolbert? Like, no.
Yeah, Tolbert.
I guess Ferguson too. Ferguson, but I mean, he had like 7-8 checkdowns last week. I mean, the man had 12 catches last week. Insane on my head. But taking the Packers, man, firing up. Oh, I think you could fire up. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about other than Matthew Golden. I don't want to touch Wicks or Dobbs because I mean, Jordan Love. We all know he could either.
I think Wicks is the wide receiver 1 on that team, honestly.
Yeah, I think he is, but I mean, I don't think his target share, his point production really shows that he is like the number 1 guy.
I think his target share is like all. I think it's split up between all those guys. I don't think anyone's like leading the pack, in my opinion. But
I think if it's anybody, it might be Tucker Kraft.
I think that was a fluke. I feel like that was a fluke.
He got like 3 looks last week.
That was a fluke game.
I think he'll have a lot more opportunities. I have the Packers covering. I have the Packers winning. The Cowboys give up the most fantasy points per game to opposing quarterbacks. They also give up the highest passer rating and the 3rd highest touchdown percentage. So Jordan Love is a start of the week for me. And on the other side, Dak Prescott is a sit of the week because just the defense. The defense is just it's good. And yeah, I think he can get those touchdowns. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think it translates into much points necessarily. So yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna go too long about this. I think it's an easy Packers. And yeah, no, that's about it. Let's move on.
I want to make a correction here. I had our old parlay for the week. This is a new one. Younghoe Koo over 1.5 field goals. Cam Scatterboot over 3.5 receptions. DJ Moore over 4.5 receptions, and Dak Prescott over 1.5 passing touchdowns.
You're welcome.
Generational wealth.
Now you're rich.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, double Monday night again. That shit was ass.
All right, okay, let's go quick. God. Let's go quick. Jets, Dolphins. You know what, guys? This is okay. I need to get back on my gym grind. So, Monday night I'll be able to be at the gym. Maybe I'll go for a run. Maybe I'll start studying for my PE again. I don't think I actually do want to start anyone. You probably have to start Devon Achane and Tyreek Hill, Garrett Wilson, and then Miami. No, Jets are going to cover. Justin Fields looking like he's going to play. He's a better quarterback than Tua at this point.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson is quarterback proof, matchup proof. Just start him up. But if there's any TVs around you at 7:15 Eastern time on Monday, just turn them off. They might accidentally be playing this game, and I would not want you to be subjected to that. This is going to be a nasty, ugly game, and the Jets are going to win. That's all I have to say.
All I have to say is that there's going to be 50 points scored this game, maybe even more. You guys might be missing out on one of the highest scoring games of the week. Don't worry, I'll be watching. Achane's going to have studies. yards. I think I'm going to enjoy this game. I think you're starting Fields, you're starting Garrett Wilson, you're starting Breece Hall, Tyreek, Waddle. Shit, you could probably start Arlie Gordon. Really, I think he might see another tutty when Sauce
That's not
Gardner.
That's a name.
Sauce is gonna get how many defense PIs this game on Tyreek? 5, 10, 12. There's gonna be a lot of goal line opportunities, and I think it's gonna be a fun game, high scoring game. But I'm gonna watch. I think I'm taking the dog.
Okay.
Hey,
All right.
honestly, legitimate question. Rest of the season, you starting Ollie Gordon or Isaiah Pacheco?
Isaiah Pacheco. You can't sit a starting running back.
Is he the starter?
I think I'm starting Ollie Gordon.
You can't sit the starting running back.
I'm starting Tyler Algier over him, bro.
Until
That's not,
yeah, okay. That's the one backup you could start over Isaiah Pacheco.
Yeah, I do think that I do think it's gonna be kind of like a fun game. Honestly, I think it's gonna be like a good high scoring. Probably not a lot of defense played in this game. If it's defense, it's probably accidental because somebody threw an interception or somebody just dropped the ball or something. I don't know, but yeah, you start your guys on both sides of the field, and I want to talk about Fields. I think it's gonna be a good play this week. I mean, let's not forget that this guy is capable of being a top 5 quarterback on the week when it comes to fantasy. This Dolphins defense isn't anything special whatsoever. They're far from that. And I think Fields, he's coming back. He will be playing in this game. I think news just broke maybe like 30 minutes ago that he will be playing in this game. And I think that's a good spot start. If you're for some reason someone dropped him after the concussion, might be someone you want to stash. And I mean, I'd probably start him over a couple guys. I mean, maybe I start him over Baker, honestly.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I have him and Lamar. Beautiful.
I want him to
super flex next year.
Wow.
Bengals at Broncos, 2-1 Bengals at the 1-2 Broncos. The Broncos are going to win this game. They'll probably cover. Jake Browning might die with Nick Bonito. Guys, the only thing I can say about this one is I'm just worried about Jamar Chase for the rest of the year. Joe Burrow is not going to come back unless Bengals go out and trade for someone who can win games because Jake Browning's not going to get him to the playoffs. I mean, it's just as simple as that. So, Jamar Chase is scary. And it's probably an overreaction. It's still Jamar Chase. It was just a really bad game last week against a good Vikings defense. But Chase Brown, that whole Bengals offense was a top 3 offense. You wanted everyone on there when Joe Burrow was healthy. Now, I don't know. Broncos side, I expect Cortland Sutton to have a good game. I expect the whole Broncos offense to have a good game. J.K. Dobbins, looking good. I wonder if R.J. Harvey will ever be able to take the reins over him.
He will. Trust.
I don't trust Sean Payton.
He will. Jake Browning can do it against the Jags, but he cannot do it against the Broncos. This is going to be a rough game. If he was having trouble with the Vikings, I can't imagine how bad it's going to be with the Broncos. I don't know. You at this point, you have to start asking yourself, what can you get for Jamar Chase? Because I don't want him on my team, but who really does? Maybe there's a guy who's really desperate for a wide receiver, or maybe you got someone who's like doing pretty good right now and thinks they can wait out and see if Joe comes back. But I don't know, man. Jamar Chase is he's like a grenade. Like you just got to hold him until he blows up. On the other side of the ball, the Broncos look pretty good, but we just don't know who's going to be the receiver for this team. Cortland Sutton seems to be doing pretty good. Troy Franklin, guys, everyone spent 60% of their fab on Troy Franklin, and then he just fell off a cliff. So we'll see what Troy Franklin does this game. Start your J.K. Dobbins, but look out, R.J. Harvey he's slowly climbing up. You guys are hating on Blake Corum, R.J. Harvey, but the numbers don't lie. And those numbers are going up every single week. Who do you start here, Blake Corum or R.J. Harvey asking for a friend?
I think I'm going R.J. Harvey just because it might be a blowout or he gets carried this week.
Right.
Yeah, it might be up 3 tuds in the fourth quarter and just like RJ run.
Tyler Bidet he's pretty much out of the equation now in terms of second snaps. The second back. RJ's overtaking him. So, all right.
I agree. I think it's going to be a really fun game. I'm starting all the Broncos guys. I'm only starting Dobbins and Cortland Sutton. Troy Franklin, he proved to us that was a fucking fluke. Last week, he had, 1 target? That was his fluke game. You put what is it, Arnold? $60 on him, $30 on him.
I think 30.
It's over. That was his fluke game. You could drop him already to waivers. I'm not touching him.
I'll keep him. Don't worry about it.
I have J.K. Dobbins. I'm a big truther in him, but I am worried that this is the game that because I feel like they're gonna blow him out, that RJ Harvey's gonna get his touches, and they're gonna be like, "Oh shit! Like, who would have thought this rookie's actually kind of good?"
Boy, nice.
But as far as the Bengals go, is this a buy low window for them? I mean, the Browns, are they going to trade away a Pickett, a Shadir Sanders, like Dylan Gabriel, the Giants, Wilson become a Bengal? Like, there's a lot of guys. A lot of teams with QBs are just dying on people.
They just need to get from the Giants, either Russ or Jameis.
Yeah, I think. Okay, all right, yeah. I think
maybe
there's some buy low candidates on the Bengals, but everyone but Chase Brown. Chase Brown needs to go, man. That guy looks horrible.
Can't buy those. I mean, same thing for Chase though. He was #1 pick for majority of people. Like,
yeah, that's true.
What are you saying? Like, what is a package you're saying for Jamar Chase? If you could think of real quick.
You can't. There's none that like. I don't think there's any package that a Jamar Chase owner is going to have that will feel fair if it's not another first round pick. And you know that
I would trade Nico and somebody else for Chase.
Maybe
I don't even think you need to add on top.
Would someone do BTG straight up just purely off the volume and that he still has a starting quarterback?
No.
I mean, that's not crazy.
I think you'd have to sweeten it a little bit with a little.
I think with Nico, you could probably do Nico straight up. Arnold, actually,
let me ask.
Alec has CJ Stroud. You might actually be able to.
you could be the one to facilitate.
And honestly, I would do that for you. I will send the trade right now.
No, I would. I've been trying to do it, but Alec he literally told me, like, word for word, that he wants to fleece me. He said any trade he wants to fleece me. Like, word for word. I was like, I only want to make a trade if I can fleece you. That is what he said.
That's a good strategy, man. That's a good trade strategy, actually. Just
so I was like, all right, whatever, buddy.
Anyway, what do you think about this game, man?
I think this is a buy low window for Chase. He's the #1 target on this team. He's talented. Jake Browning is going to continue to throw to him, and it might look bad, but at least he's going to get that volume, and that's all you want out of a receiver. You got to hope that he does good. This might be a bad matchup because it's Surtain, but there's greener grasses. You know what I mean? Later on in the season, you'll see a little bit more progression when it comes to this team. It just looks bad if they trade for a quarterback. That's awesome. If they don't, then I mean, sure, that's what happens. That's just how the cards fall. But I think it would be a good time to probably try to get Chase, if not this week, next week, because we can't expect a pretty not a good game. Not a good game from Chase with Surtain on the other side of it. I think this game is going to be Broncos taking it. I think the Broncos have an implied total of 26 points, if I'm correct. So you start your starters on the Broncos side. The only thing is I will say about RJ Harvey is I just don't trust Sean Payton. This has nothing to do with the talent of RJ Harvey. Sean Payton is just not that kind of guy that throws in his freaking rookies, or his guys are supposed to be talented. Do you guys remember freaking McCaughlin? That guy was supposed to be the guy that comes in after Javonte, and then they end up just doing Javonte and a bunch of other guys. I don't really trust Sean Payton.
Goats. You mean other goats? Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of too many cooks and spoils the broth. Too many cooks spoils the broth. So, and I
guess one more question about this game is T flex worthy still?
No, he's not.
You can't start him anymore, right?
I don't think you can start him. No,
go pick anybody else up off the waivers other than T. I think an interesting question we can pose is if you're a Jamar Chase owner, you should probably try to let go of Jamar Chase, given that you're kind of hoping they get a quarterback that's serviceable. I think you can go out and get a Garrett Wilson. Right now, you can probably get a Garrett Wilson. You can get a guy maybe you can. I mean, that's not fair. Maybe you can get a
JSN
Flowers.
You can't get a JSN. You can't get JSN. You can go get. Maybe you can get Amon-Ra if you sweeten the pot a little bit. I think you can. If you sweeten the pot, you can get it Amon-Ra off of Jamar.
If you do, you got a 2-for-1, but you're not gonna get Amon-Ra.
That's what I'm saying. But I'd rather have rest of the season. I'd rather have Garrett Wilson over Jamar, even if they get a quarterback back. I'd rather have
Zay
Jarrett Wilson.
Flowers.
I'd rather have Amon-Ra. Zay Flowers looks good. He looks like the truth. You could probably go straight up Zay Flowers, Jamar Chase. I would like that.
He was like Jake Brown.
Maybe we get a CeeDee Lamb.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe
Let him come
in the
back
unique
injury.
situation. In the unique situation, I think
He's
if
only
there's
out for
a-
like 2 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. Might as well.
I thought it was
that
4.
manager is desperate.
I thought it was 3 or 4, but no IR. I thought they were saying it was a little more severe than
CD's 2. Oh, they said it could be up to 4, but then they brought it back down to 2.
Okay. Yeah, go get a CD. I think you can sweeten the pot and get a CD Lamb. I'd rather have him even with a Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, Kenny Pickett. You know, I think if you're Jamar Chase owner, you should go look for some better wide receiver ones in that same vein.
Are you taking Devontae Adams and Dobbins for Jamar Chase?
Are you like giving us
if you're
pitches that
desperate?
gonna send
I think if you're
Alex
0-3, yeah, if you're 0-3 and I got offered JK and Devontae Adams, I would seriously consider it.
Well, he is exactly that.
Yeah, anyone in the fantasy league with an 0-3 Jamar Chase owner, it's fleece time. Not fleece.
It might be time to fleece. Just be careful.
All right, boys.
That guy wants to fleece.
All right, this is
All
a
right.
good one.
I think that wraps it up for this week.
Yeah.
Watch out for Dak Prescott to, watch out for Young Way to get 1.5 field goals made, Scatterbo to get, 3.5 receptions,
3.5.
DJ Moore 4.5 receptions, and Dakota Rain motherfucking Goat Prescott to throw for 2 touchdowns. Yeah, you're welcome for generational wealth. See you next week.
See y'all week 5. Bye.